U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, have defied a Joe Biden order deporting 22 children and babies. Now, this comes on the heels of a federal judge blocking Biden's 100-day ban on deportations. So let me give you the timeline here and also get into details and a clip of someone discussing what is happening in Haiti as well, where these deportations are occurring. So on the 21st, Biden's first day, Biden paused deportations for 100 days. Then on the 26th, you had a Texas judge block Biden's 100-day deportation ban, except there was the stipulation that deportation should only occur under or for serious reasons. So someone who is dangerous, then that deportation would be allowed under this the ban on the deportations. But of course, it went a lot further. Whenever you give these people an inch, they'll take a mile. So on the 2nd here of February, new claims of migrant abuse as ICE defies Biden to continue deportations. So they deported a man to Haiti who had never even been there. And of course, it continued. U.S. or Biden having to respond. U.S. suspends Haiti deportation flights as Biden administration tries to control ICE. Halt came after activists and staffers called Homeland Security Secretary's office, but it's unclear how long it will last. So again, to be even more specific, even more clear, U.S. made a specific deportation ban on flights to Haiti. Yet, of course, a couple days later, outcries more than 20 babies and children deported by U.S. to Haiti. ICE just defied the ban. They did not care. Basically acting as a rogue agency, doing whatever the hell they want. Now, before I get to more details here, under an administration that wants to, actually carry out what they say they're going to carry out, under a situation like this, the only course of action would be to dismantle ICE, completely defund it, get rid of it. That would be the only course of action when you have an agency like this that is not listening to your orders. But so far, that is not happening. We'll see what the next steps are. This story just broke, so we'll see how Biden responds to this. But I would be shocked if they went as far as dismantling ICE, which is exactly what they should be doing. Now, human rights activists are dismayed by the deportations, which bear a close resemblance to the hardline course set by Donald Trump. Quote, "It is unconscionable for us as a country to continue with the same draconian, cruel policies that were pursued by the Trump administration," said Julian, executive director of the immigration support group, the Haitian Bridge Alliance. And speaking of which, let me show you a clip of Julian on Democracy Now! Discussing what is going on in Haiti.
Actually, right now, we are in the middle of a major uprising. We are worried that we might end up with a bloody massacre. In one side, we have the opposition and a lot of people in the diaspora and U.S. Congress stating that based on the Constitution, the president should have left on Sunday, February the 7th. The president is saying no, his term ends next year. So right now, we are asking for protection. Those deportations cannot still continue to happen in the middle of a major crisis in Haiti.
Now, you may be wondering, how can ICE do this legally, even to themselves? How are they able to legally justify what they are doing by defying the Biden order and forcing these deportations? Well, apparently this is how they are justifying it. ICE is continuing the deportations under the controversial use of Title 42, a health statute introduced in 1944 that was rarely used until recently. The Trump administration supercharged application under the guise that it was necessary as a health protection against the coronavirus pandemic. So their way of justifying these deportations is that, well, there's a pandemic going on and these people that we're deporting are dangerous. Except the people they're deporting don't have COVID-19. These children, these babies, don't have COVID-19. So there is no actual basis for any of this. They're using this as a way to justify it, but it does not justify it. Now, as I said, again, this is why the only course of action if you are an administration showing you have strength, is to dismantle ICE. They're not going to listen to your orders as an agency, then get rid of them. Now, I'll show you what Congress right now is doing. I'm not sure if this will go anywhere, but Mondaire Jones here tweeting out, I, along with 11 members of the CBC, just sent a letter to Alejandro Mayorkas demanding DHS to stop all mass deportations and return those wrongfully deported like Paul Pareles. Paul Pareles is the one that had never been to Haiti and was deported there. We can't sit by while ICE blatantly ignores POTUS's order and continues to deport planes full of black people. So we'll see if, this strongly worded letter goes anywhere, but they have to eliminate ICE. If they're not going to listen to you, that's what you do. And this is again, ICE, in case you don't know, is a new agency. There was border protection before this. You don't need ICE. There's no reason at all for ICE to exist. So if they're not going to listen to your orders as the president, get rid of them.